He was all into the alphabet.
I was, and I love it, but not
Yeah.
like that. Not like that.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Today, we're going to be talking about Big Brother. We've had the Big Brother season 25 premiere, Michelle, and we
Yeah.
haven't talked about this. Michelle, what were your general thoughts before we get into anything?
I think I'm gonna like the season. It does seem. I think CBS made a agreement or something to have a diverse audience for all of their shows, all their reality shows, and it is very diverse. Like they have all kinds of personalities, looking people, but they still have their standard people. Like, okay, we're gonna get a country person, we're gonna get a good looking, young lady and man, all that kind of stuff. But I'm looking forward to the season.
All right, let's go to this intro. All right, so before we get into the deets, Michelle has all the inside info. That's what she does. That's her role. She she does it all. Before we do that, though, I just want to let everybody know that Erica's not going to be joining us. She does reality, but she doesn't do Big Brother. But that's okay, Michelle.
Yes, yes. And we may bring in some guests. We'll see, because there are a lot of Big Brother fans out there.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was the season premiere of season 25. And we've been waiting for this because typically this is like an early July thing or whatever. And yeah, so it kind of like, oh, it's August, it's here. So we're excited though. 16 strangers, maybe 17,
We're 17.
Yeah, it is 17. And what was it? Has it ever been $750,000? I couldn't remember.
I thought the last increase was 500,000. So,
okay, that's because I was just like, that seems like a little more. I couldn't remember though. And this season is 100 days, so y'all gonna be with us until November-ish.
Thank you to the writers and actors strike. Thank you so very much. It is much appreciated. I love my big brother.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a lot or whatever. And so, of course, they have to start the season introducing the new house guest, and everyone does their little fake excitement moment when they discover, forget all the cameras that are there, the lighting, the mics. Oh my gosh, I'm a Big Brother. Is that why you're here? Anyway.
Oh no, Felicia's. She was like, oh. Like, come on, girl. You know you got more to that.
Right. So they start with Blue. He's from New York. She's from New York. She's South Korean. Her parents immigrated from there. She's single, has lots of tattoos, and feels like she'll relate to a lot of people. Any thoughts on Blue? I mean, I guess I don't have, honestly, when they were doing this, I didn't have any initial thoughts where I like this person right off, or I don't like this person. I didn't. During the intros.
Can I say the first 8 that they let out? I was like, oh, I like every last one of them. I liked every last one of the first 8.
Wow. And not that I didn't like them, but it was just like, okay, let's see. And I guess because I know every season, I don't want to get my heart
nothing. It means nothing. They make everybody look good.
Yeah. And the person you like is like, oh my gosh, why do I like this?
The devil.
Right. Well, let me just protect myself. But
well, protect your heart. I get it.
Right. Because I'll be invested in Big Brother. I mean, I was like, they give me every time. But anyway, they introduced Red. Red is from Tennessee, and I think he's one of the standard country house guests. I mean, thick accent. I don't know if he was laying it on what was
usually from Louisiana or Georgia.
Yeah. But it was pretty thick. So he's a hippie hillbilly. That's how he kind of
identifies.
Right. And his family's important to him. So that's Red. Then there's Jared, and they introduce him as an exterminator from Connecticut. And he's also the son of Siri, who we'll let her find that is also on the show. But she's a Survivor legend.
I was just about to ask you, what do you know about her? I mean, I know that you like Survivor. I know that you like Survivor. I first maybe 3 seasons, and that was it. I just stopped. So I don't know anything about her.
Okay, when he says she's the best player to never win, that is so true because I don't know what it is about her personality. She's very strategic, and people love her. And they're it's like, because she was on, I think, 3 or 4, like she was on All Star, she was on like a lot of seasons, and it's like they know. It's like the first season, okay, you could have get blindsided, but I think her signature thing was she got a guy to trust her enough to give her the idol and voted him out. And I mean, like, it's like you're watching a show like, is he really gonna do this? But it's something about her personality. She's not like it's weird because she's not like bubbly or anything like that, but it's something about her that's very trusting, I guess. And she is strategic. She thinks. And so it'll be interesting to see how she tracks and, you know, what they do about this relationship with her son actually being on the show. So I'm excited.
Okay, we'll get into Jared a little bit later.
Yes. So then there's Miko, and I guess they maybe call her Mimi for short throughout the season.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you see that on Twitter, that's what it's Miko. She's a political consultant. She seems like, you know, young and popping. She was like the youngest political consultant in DC, newly married, graduated early, and all this kind of stuff. She seems very accomplished in those ways. So we'll see. And not that I dislike, I'm trying to see when I go through, I'll see if I remember disliking anybody. But everybody I thought was fine. I wasn't like loving or hating. So Matt from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay.
He's a pro swimmer.
And I'm saying okay for lots of different reasons.
He's a pro swimmer and he is very attractive. I did notice, and it was like 2 seconds into me thinking, like, what is wrong with the way he talks? But he's deaf and he speaks very well to be deaf.
Yes, he does.
But at first, I was just like,
what's wrong with this boy?
Right. So his parents discovered he was deaf at 2 years old. And I wonder why they waited that long. But I mean, some people, yeah. In any case, my nephew / godson, it was a while, they noticed that he wasn't responding, but he wasn't, I don't know if he was quite a year, or maybe a little over a year, because he used to respond and then he stopped responding. He wasn't deaf, he just needed a tube placed in his ear and he was all fine. In any case, that's him. He is very attractive. And he beat Ryan Lochte, he said, and he's training for the Olympics or something like that. So that is Matt. Izzy is a New Yorker. She's a flute player, and she said something about 50 Cent, so I'm assuming she does all kind of flute playing.
Can we say that your girl Izzy likes the blackness? She named 3 people from Big Brother's past that she likes. Number one, they were all female, which, you know, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But 2 of the 3 were black. Can we?
Yes. And isn't the whatever the final one, I thought she was mixed with something. Like she was. That was one of the latest ones to win. She was from Florida, so she must be Spanish. So I thought she was black too because she was mixed. I thought she was mixed. Maybe she wasn't mixed with black. I thought she was too, but I peeped that too. I was like, okay, Izzy. And another thing, and I will get to that in the end, that she peeped with the black people. So
yes. Oh yeah, mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So anyway, she's a huge BB fan, and like you said, loves Tiffany Devon and the black people. All right, then there's Jag. Jag is a Sikh from Washington State, and he wears a turban, and he's embracing it now. And there has never been a Sikh on Big Brother, so we'll see if that plays a part, how it plays a part. I'm pretty sure we'll get some education on it because they typically, you know, will have, if it's somebody that is unique or never been on the show, that type of person, they'll discuss it. Yeah. And they'll teach us a little something. So I'm interested in hearing about it too.
So am I. He seems to be really, really smart. You know, beyond his little intro, he's he's a strategic player. I can see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right, and then Riley. Riley is a bartender from Nashville. She's the standard beauty Barbie looking lady that they have on the show, but she says that's just not all her. She lost her dad at a young age when she was 14, and so she's had to deal with that and struggle in life and stuff. So
let me tell you something. I don't ever want to see it. Was she the one that was doing the robot?
Yes.
I don't ever want to see her do that again.
Never. We can live our life fine without seeing that again. Because you're just like, I might be the one, like, why is she doing the robot? Yeah, why are you doing the robot? And a bad one at that. It was so bad. Yeah. So.
Robot. Oh my God. Is that what the robot is?
No. She's single, but she's open to a showman. So we'll see how that plays. And so that was the first 8 that they introduced. And so they're on the stage, and Julie is throughout the show continuing to tease that, like, this is the most unexpected twist in BB history, or do you guys want to hear it? Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, they go on to introduce the rest. Luke is from Florida. He appears to be a jock in his physical nature, but he said he's a nerd and kind of a homebody, but he is an artist as well. And so we'll see how, Luke plays out. He's another attractive one, but a lot of times they're dumb jocks or whatever. So he seemed like he may be a smart one. We'll see. Then there's Felicia. She's 60. Now, that is interesting. I don't know if she's the oldest, but definitely the oldest Black person. I don't ever remember them having any one that old. But she's a real estate agent from Atlanta, an Air Force vet, and feels like age is just a number because she achieved all of these degrees at an advanced age. So
she sure did. I think she got an undergrad at 45 and her master's at 55. I was like, look at you. Okay, like, you make me want to go back, girl.
Not me. Done and done. I mean, every once in a while you do want to do something like, okay, I need to do something, but it'll be because I think what was the last thing I did? But anyway, I'm trying to learn Spanish now, so that's my thing. Hola.
Okay. I can't even respond.
Okay.
Hola. Did you say hola?
I said it because it was some place where they said, anyway, it was another show where they just like, I loved you ever since you said hola. Anyway, instead of hola. Anyway, the next guest, Hassam. So Hassam is from Seattle. He's a psychiatrist, but also is a burlesque performer in his, spare time. So he's gay, Arab, Muslim, and everything you would think wouldn't go together is.
I didn't peep that. I just thought he was a white guy.
Oh no. He said all of that, and then it was a scene they showed with him with. I don't know if there was other burlesque people, but they, just they were a little flamboyant or whatever. But he didn't appear to be. So we'll see how if that's something that he embraces in the show. Then there's Corey.
By the way, can we just say something?
Yes.
I would love to see a gay showmance. I would just love to see a gay showmance.
And do they ever? It's rare that they have 2 on the show though. So
they'll normally do 2 lesbians, but not 2 men.
Right. And that is true. That's something that I don't know if they're strategic about it or just,
they don't want to gross America out.
They're not ready prime time. I feel like no. All right. Corey, Vanderbilt student. He said he's a public speaking whiz, and he feels like in Big Brother, if you can really speak well and present yourself well, you'll do well. That's what he's noticed, and he's a super fan. Now, I will say Corey, when I think about it, I had my response to him was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like him, but we'll see, because it's more than public speaking, because you can speak well and they can still not like you. So
he just seemed to be too high on himself. I mean, they all do, but I don't know. There was just something about it. Maybe because he was young and white, and I don't know.
Yeah. So, did I write this wrong? Bobby John? What did I write? Is that somebody?
Who? What you talking about?
Again? The criminal attorney from Bowie. Because I was like, what did I write? Bowie is the criminal attorney from Australia who DJs at night. She seems fun. So yeah, I kind of liked her. Mm-hmm. America, and I was like, her parents are immigrants. They come to America, and they were happy. They named their child America. Like, Lord.
Hola.
Okay. So she's a receptionist at a dermatology office.
Okay, so
and first generation American, which I mentioned. She has a biology degree and is a BB fan. So she seemed fun. We'll see how it all pans out for her. Then there's Cameron. he's the space cowboy from Georgia and Army vet, and he has this hair that's like serious, and it's called Bertha. And he co-parents a daughter with his wife. They're divorced or whatever.
I didn't really get too much from him.
Yeah, initially I did. I mean, not everybody. I didn't. Well, yeah, like I said, I was kind of like neutral, but yeah, that hair. It seems like they usually always have a man that has some type of hair every season too. But they have two because that beard on Red is
Red.
Yeah. So it would. I don't know, for some reason. Long beards gross me out a little bit because I just think of stuff getting stuck in it and
hiding food.
Right. Like,
I'm hungry. Hold up.
Okay.
What I got here?
A little snack. And then Kirsten, she was the last one that they introduced. She lives in Houston, H-Town. She describes herself as a baddie with brains and a chameleon. She feels like she can go in and out of all different kind of circles. And
she sure did.
And she's from Dominica, whatever, or not. Her family's from there.
Okay.
So those are all the guests, and Julie is like, okay, here's the big twist. There's a break in the BB house, and the BB universe, as we think, has been completely changed. Now, this next little section, when they brought in the guest and they did that acting,
so cheesy.
Oh my God! You know what I thought about? I was like, if we were trying to get Erica to watch Big Brother, and we was like, just watch the first episode, I don't think this would.
She would have turned that shit off.
Right? I'm like, this is so cheesy. But okay, they ended up doing this little thing where they tried to go back and redeem their Big Brother history, and end up switching everything. That was the whole
question. Do you think they will be added to the show?
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
I would love to see Danielle.
Well, for sure, Danielle. And maybe, what's his name?
Frankie.
Freddie. Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah. He was entertaining. So it was entertaining to watch him. I wouldn't want him to win, but Danielle, just so, because she's never come back, right? Did she ever come back?
No, she did. She did like it wasn't like an all-star. It was like they had like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 past, Big Brother reality people.
Oh, okay.
And she was one of them, because I remember she was on the same, because they brought her and what was it, Marcellus?
Oh,
was that
okay.
his name? They brought
Marcellus.
The two of them and some other people were there as well. So yeah.
Okay. For some reason I don't remember that one, but it would be interesting to see. So that could be. So this is supposed to be the most unpredictable game of Big Brother. And so they have these 4 universes that are taking over: the comic verse, Humiliverse, Scaryverse, and Scrambleverse. And they can switch up at any time during the season. So
you know what? They didn't even need to tell us that, because it's Big Brother. They could have done anything. Expect the unexpected. So why tell us that? And this whole first, besides us getting to know who these people were, the first episode was just trash. It was trash. I did enjoy seeing that boot kicking. I enjoyed that. But beyond that, it was like, why? Come on now. Let me just see these people get to know each other and, whatever.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that, because I'm hearing that is part of the have-not. To get out the room, you got to do that. Get yourself kicked. Like, you got to spin
100 times.
Well, I don't know if it go 100, but you got to spend whatever the number is. I don't know if it may go up to 25 or something like that. But so you'll get to see lots of that, I guess, this season. So anyway, of course, the guests, they enter in 4 at a time, and then do their hugs, intros, and go to the back and choose a spot in the different multiverses or whatever. And so they start the competition, long story short. And the loser, this is the twist, the loser ends up being on the block versus the winner being possibly the HOH. So that's new, because when they send them to the back to play the game, I was like, y'all, this is standard Big Brother. What y'all mean it's gonna be different than I was literally thinking, this is actually the same, but that's different. They've never done that. So it will be 4 people on the block after they play these games. So first they played the Scrambleverse, which was the puzzle when they were running back and forth. we did not represent well in this game.
Okay, all right, okay. Oh, can I just say I was just so hurt, and I can't get mad at anybody. There's nobody to get mad at except for them.
Yeah,
we got 3 black people, three out of the 4.
Yes, and I was just like, okay, we can't say anybody was being racist. We can't say nothing, but like, and they chose. It was like literally they chose their own game. They chose, so it wasn't like. Sometimes like people can do conspiracy theories together. Say,
black people need to learn how to put puzzles together. We need to them boring games gonna save your life. It's gonna win you some money. Play them boring games.
Oh my goodness. So Scrambleverse. When the first, it was 4 people. When the first 2 were out, I'm like, dang, a black person going on the block first time. So in that one, Kirsten, I think, Jared was on the block for the first game. Then they did the Humiliverse. Oh, I will say, shout out to was it? No, it wasn't Kirsten. It was Mimi. What's her name? Nicole. She was the one running in them heels. I would have took them heels off when I figured out it was a running game, but because she may have at least beat Jared if she didn't have to run back and forth in them heels, because she was the last one to come over to bring all her pieces over, so she actually had shorter time.
She was paying attention to everything.
Oh, she fell at the end because she was in them heels. Remember, it wasn't like she was in a race, but
anyway. You know what? I'm gonna have to start recording those videos so we can watch some bloopers.
Right. And then your favorite was the Humiliverse, where that butt was kicking them literally. Now, that was Kirsten. I don't know if for some reason, and I mean, it's easier to say it as somebody watching, but it almost seemed like she was doing the most. Like the other people were like doing this, and she was like, I was like,
what you doing, girl?
You're doing 4 pops for everyone. So I don't know, but she lost. So she was the second nominee. And then it was the comic verse with that goo where they had to stick the wires in and explode. Felicia, our older sister's nominated. And then I don't know if you was doing this, but when they got the scary verse, I was like, at least
I was. I ain't gonna lie, I was.
Oh my gosh. I didn't get the scary verse though, because I was like, it looked easy, but I was like, they must be pulling them, but it didn't look, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was pulling them, but what I didn't like, it must not have been too hard. I didn't understand.
Yeah, it was a very weird game. And then because one guy
had like one exactly.
Yeah, he had the one hand. I'm like, So, but anyway, Corey, the one that was from Vanderbilt that speaks a lot, was the one that lost that one. So he was the 4th nominee. And so this was the end of the show, and they was just like, we're going to have the HOH competition on Sunday, the Power Veto on Wednesday, and the live eviction on Thursday. And then when they come in, Siri is serving them champagne. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they actually said, did they say she was the 17th house guest at that point? I don't think they said it.
At one point, I don't know if she said it when she was talking to the house guests when they were inside, but she definitely told us. And this is a question that I had. So when we saw Frankie, Danielle, and whoever that other woman was, I don't even know who she is, but when they showed that clip, we were able to see the house guests looking, but did the house guests actually see what they were saying? Because Frankie specifically said that he was going to spill the beans on Jared's secret.
Oh,
did you catch that?
No, I didn't.
He said that. And so at that particular time, I was just like, oh, do they know? Do they know he has a secret? Because if he, old girl is sitting up in there, and like, it's not going to take too long for them to figure out that the two of them are related, because to me, they have the same eyes, same smile.
Wow. That's why I was looking dead. I'm like, how long is this going to last? So, yeah. But, spoiler alert section, guys. So if you, want to see the show live and don't want any spoiler alerts, then close your ears. We still want you to watch. But close your ears. So apparently at the end of the show, we saw Izzy and Jared talking to each other. And in the live feeds, what she was talking to him about is basically like, I'm a Survivor super fan, and I know that's your mom or whatever. And I don't know if she,
what?
Yeah, so Izzy knows, right? So when they're talking, and looks like they're like, I don't know, like, like they were like, you saw it at the end of the show where they were just like, communicating something. She was basically saying, I know that's your mom, but I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to keep the secret. And he's like, thank you, or whatever. So she's the only one that knows so far. Kirsten ended up asking, she said, didn't you have a 24-year-old son, or don't you have a 24-year-old son? But it doesn't seem, maybe she hasn't communicated that. She thinks she may just be saying it. But Kirsten, according to the live feeds, is a hot mess. And not that people don't like her, but she's saying too much. And, like, you want to play the game, but you have to be strategic. So you have to think, okay, who do I want to be real with and trust? That's who you share everything with. The other people you try to get information from and just give them little pieces. But Kristen is going around like spilling the beans, talking about alliances and doing all this stuff, which is making her a target. She's on the block right now. She's on the block. And so they did have the HOH. Did you see who the HOH was?
I know who the HOH is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you?
Spoiler alert. Yes, Riley. HOH. Okay. And
surprise.
Yes. So we'll find out officially Sunday. But the twist is she takes people off the block versus putting them on the block. And then she can still replace a nominee with the veto and stuff like that. So that's that. Let me see anything else. It sounds like Felicia, people are liking her. It seems like she has a good personality that people like, and she's playing well, even as an older person. I think they're putting an alliance together and trying to work. So it seems like Siri has introduced, like, similar to the cookout, like finding you another person, but we need 8. So if 4 of us, we need to, and her son is also doing something similar, but with a different part of the house. So I think that may work out well for them, because they're, until people discover who they are, and as long as they don't, piss off Izzy, they'll be fine. Or nobody discovers that they look just alike. Oh my God. But I think Jared also is like, when he's telling people who he trusts, he always mentions his mom. And I think even when he was talking to Izzy, he was saying something about mom. And so she was just like, we got to stop saying mom, and it's hard. Yeah. I call my mama my whole life. And now I'm calling her by her first name, hopefully he doesn't slip up. But he seems to be playing the game okay. It's almost like, with everybody being so new, some people, it's like, what does that look for?
He messed up a couple times. He's running his mouth a little too much. I mean, not a huge mistake, especially in the beginning. It's not a huge mistake, but if he keeps doing that towards the end, he's gonna be digging his own grave. Yeah, and it depends on who if you're talking to, like a strategic player, somebody that's really good, and you slip up, that's bad. If you talk to somebody that they're just like, okay for everything, then it's different. But now, if he and his mom talked prior to going into the show, then I kind of like that strategy. Well, and especially like, since Izzy knows, if Izzy were to be aligned with Jared and to be aligned with Siri, and all 3 of them know what's going on, that puts all 3 of them in a good position. Yeah. So that could be a good, like, let's stick together group. Because I like all of them. Izzy, I seem to, she seems like she's a cool person. So yeah, any other spoiler alerts that you want to note or? No, not right now. But let's stay tuned, because there's a lot of Big Brother that we've got to get to. And look, we're gonna let you know when you're gonna see us again. Yes. We don't even know. It'll at least be once a week. Well, thank you all so very much for joining us. I had a good time. Michelle, did you have a good time? I did. I had an excellent time. So excited. Big Brother season is here. All right, don't forget to kiss that subscribe button, lick on the like button, share us on all your socials, nibble on that notification button, and make love to our senses in the comments. Y'all have a good one.